Hello again everyone, welcome back to the channel. This time we're playing WWF Warzone on the Sony PlayStation, yet another PlayStation game, but I did say that I just want to try and mix it up, do some different console games. Maybe I will have done before this episode goes live, but this is a game that I really wanted to tick the box of to play on this channel because I absolutely loved Warzone back in the day. Obviously, to a lot of people, it's aged very, very badly, but you know, it's still something that I guess is very nostalgic to myself. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to try and do career mode. I'm going to quickly create a character and see. Okay, triangle goes back. Skin tight, plain, hairy, ripped. Yeah, right. Triangle goes back. Average is fine. Quickly create a character. I'll try and be as quick as I can with this. But yeah, this is a huge, very nostalgic game to me, and like I remember back in the day, this just being just so groundbreaking for me. I've never seen like wrestling graphics like this before. That doesn't really look anything like me, but I guess maybe it would do. Parted. Looks a bit silly. Dreadlocks. No part. No. Curly. No. Grey. No. Crew. Brown. Whoa. Oh, there you go. Get that a bit darker. Actually, let's just... Don't think that's going to really do it. Crew cut? Yeah, that'll do. Crew cut, sod it. No, now what did I usually wear? So I've got a very specific look for my characters whenever I create them. That is definitely it. But the colour needs to be black. But I don't know how to get black. Yes, I'm going to be referring to this game as WWF, as it was back then. That's what I wanted. Obviously now it's the WWE. But I'm a huge wrestling fan. I used to be a bigger fan than I am now. It's only because nowadays... to watch wrestling, you have to have BT, and I'm not paying like 20-25 quid a month just to watch Raw and SmackDown, which is a shame, but I just can't really justify it, I'm afraid. That will probably do, to be honest with you. That's going to be our character. We're going to give him a name. Oh, okay. It's R1, L1 and R1. First name. Mr. Do you know what? I think I'll just make it all Mr. Mer. I'll cut this. Yes, so I'll just edit in some bits out there. So I've given him the name Mr. Mercury, and obviously now it's time to use our attributes here, but we've only got 25, so I want him to recover a little bit. I don't want him to be too slow, but at the same time I want him to be a little bit tough, so maybe put that on the strength. Toughness is fine. Maybe I'll just leave it at that for now. I've given him the moves of Steve Austin. Personality, I've always wanted to be a fan favourite. Music, this is always my favourite. I love that. I love the chickens in the background. Now, what music did I used to give him? I think it was mostly just Austin, and you know, I'm going to have to talk over this because otherwise I'm going to get copyright strike or something like that for having Austin's music in the background. Did I have Shamrock? I don't really remember because it starts off like that. Definitely wasn't The Rock. Definitely wasn't Kane. I think I'm going to stick with Austin's music, and that will do. Moves I've given him Austin. Memory card will save that. Okay, I'll let that save and we'll move on. Right, so we're going to do the challenge. So we're going to go and challenge for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. As I say, referring to it as the World Wrestling Federation as it was back then. Everything will be referred to as WWF World Wrestling Federation. So we're going to use my custom character. There's Mr. Mercury. Let's see now who our first opponent is going to be. I've also going to have to try and study these moves a little bit. So it looks like our first opponent's going to be the British Bulldog. Look at these characters as well. Bret Hart there, Triple H, Goldust, Mosh, Owen Hart, bless him, Rocky Maivia, The Rock. Press X button to start. Loading screen. Okay, yeah. So we've got the British Bulldog, and I can't remember if you challenged for the Intercontinental Championship either.
Welcome to the Warzone. This capacity crowd is on their feet. Hello everyone, I'm Vince McMahon, and I'm good old JR. What a matchup this will be.
Now, it was always rude to talk over the commentators. He's getting booed. I always used to remember the British Bulldog as being a fan favourite, and now I know that he got booed when he was part of the Hart Foundation. But these entrances absolutely blew my mind when I first got this game. It was actually this game that got me back into wrestling because I got this around 1999 when the Attitude Era was pretty much just kind of really taking off, and this game really got me back into wrestling. It was kind of bought on a whim because I just really fancied playing a wrestling game, and this was obviously out at the time. So I'm just going to quickly pause this, study the moves and come back. Okay, I think I've got an idea of some of the moves. I'll pick it up as we go along. I think if I keep tapping here, it kind of keeps the hold in for a bit longer. But yeah, I used to have a book for this and everything, which had all the moves and kind of like had how they designed the characters, how they put the textures on and stuff like that, and the facial scans for the wrestlers and stuff like that. It was so cool. We've got him stunned already. Let's just give him a couple of... Oh, a leg drop. Nice. And I know that this does an Irish whip. Lovely. And I think... because this isn't the case of like... You grapple up. I mean, you can grapple up. But... it's mostly a case of like putting in button combinations as if you were playing Mortal Kombat, and you can't do the same move too often either, because if you do that, then the fans are going to start booing you. One of these is Samoan drop. I think it's, yeah, there we go. I've just been using a lot of triangles here, so let's get a circle in there. Oh no, a circle's probably not good, but we're going to use a fisherman suplex. We've got a pin. No.
The British Bulldog is trying to get to his feet.
That gets him back up, but it looks like we've got ourselves a...
Big body slam.
One of them, that's a clothesline.
Here they go.
Another backbreaker.
He's staggering around.
Oh, nice side belly to belly.
Put the hurt on the British Bulldog.
One of the... I'm trying to remember... Oh, gut wrench.
Player one has worked him into a frenzy.
Player one.
To the top rope.
Yeah, why not to the top rope? Uh-oh, no, missed.
Against the rope.
Obviously now, like, you look at it and you think the rope, like the shadows don't even move. The ring posts are like way inside the ring for some reason, rather than being like right on the edge of the ring. But it wasn't a bad attempt for like the first 3D wrestling game, like in my opinion. This was pretty decent. I mean, I didn't have an N64, so I didn't have the option to play WCW versus the World, and you know, WCW versus NWO, all that kind of stuff. This is literally all I had. Now I'm pretty sure that, like, yeah, rather than doing that, I've got another fisherman suplex in. I'm just going to have a look at the moves again. Okay. Ooh, nice. I can't remember what that's called. Atomic drop, maybe? There's a DDT. All right on his head. Lovely.
He's not getting out.
Gotta love that. Don't remember seeing Austin do that. But what we have to do is we have to get their energy down to red. So it needs to be basically that the British Bulldog's energy bar needs to be red, not like this because that's in a hold. But his energy bar actually has to be in a red. To which point then you could perform your finishing move, which is the Stone Cold Stunner, obviously, and then we can probably go for the pin. Now the pin, I believe, is it circle when we're there? Yeah. So we're not going to get a pinfall here.
1, 2. He almost had him.
Kicked out at 2.
They hook it up. Bulldog is taking a beating. This could be the beginning of the end.
It was also I started because I kind of gave up watching wrestling.
He stays down. He can't even cover up.
When did I stop watching wrestling? It was roughly around 94. I think one of the last things I remember seeing was Undertaker versus Undertaker, which was at SummerSlam in 1994, I believe. And then I kind of stopped watching wrestling around then when the new generation came about. It was this that got me back into it, and I think the first pay-per-view I started watching, I watched when getting back into it was I think St. Valentine's Day Massacre, where you had a VHS copy of that, and the first major pay-per-view I watched when I got back into wrestling was WrestleMania 15, and at this stage I was already a huge Stone Cold Steve Austin fan. You know, I'd watched enough of it to know that Steve Austin was just absolutely amazing. Right, so now we just need to find out how to do a Stone Cold Stunner now that we're in the red. Do you know what? I think you need to be grappled. I don't think it's going to show me now. I think he needs to be stunned as well. We'll see. I'm pretty sure there is a way to do it without him being stunned. Nice reversal from the British Bulldog. I don't even know how you reverse. That's another thing I'd have to probably look at the instruction manual for. But I've just figured I'd do one match and we'll continue. I think you can save after the match as well. Let's get him stunned. So I can... Well, I didn't mean to do it like that. Let's pick him up. Oh, what? How do you... I can't even remember how you do the Stone Cold Stunner. He's in the red. He's ready to... Oh, no, hold on. Does it have to be dark red? So now he's dark red. Okay, so I think maybe I've done it. Let's have a look. Right up. Oh, maybe not. I think it's right up, tie up or block, but I don't remember what block is. So that's... Let's tie up. Right up. No.
A world of hurt. What's keeping him on his feet?
Oh, it's triangle. No, that's not. X? It's X.
They lock horns.
Let's throw him into the corner. I don't remember how to run. Is it both of them? That's another thing as well. Back in the day, in the good old WWF days, they used to... There we go. They used to really whip each other into the turnbuckles, and they don't do that anymore now. And when they go into the turnbuckles, they just literally float into the turnbuckles. Like Bret Hart, when he'd get whipped into the turnbuckles, he used to whip in there with such like velocity. Oh my god, it looked so painful. And he used to go into it as like chest first as well. He would never like. You just don't see that anymore. Like wrestling is so different now as to what it was then. Even the way they punch, like. Now they do these like shoulder punches or like arm punches or whatever, and like they don't like look like they're hitting with their fists, even open fists like they're supposed to. Well, okay. This is now the second match because I didn't know how we're going to save this. So what I'm thinking of doing is we're just going to skip that entrance. We'll just go through this match, and I'm sure that we'll face Bret Hart again sometime. I mean, Bret Hart was the excellence of execution again. We were talking about how he was the one who used to whip into the turnbuckles with such velocity. I'm trying to figure out how it is you run again. I really can't remember how to run at your opponent, but it's not important. Let's get him up. Leg drag. We've got you a nice side belly to belly. Can we get him into a DDT? Maybe. Yes, a single arm DDT. There's the DDT. Love that DDT. Can't even remember how you do a suplex anymore.
Locked together. No.
And this is another thing as well. I mean, they recorded all their voices and everything for this, which kind of just like adds to that authenticity of the game.
Locking horns now.
But needless to say that, yeah, huge Stone Cold Steve Austin fan when this came about. So back when The Undertaker debuted, The Undertaker was my favourite wrestler. I'm sure that like he was like a lot of people's favourite wrestlers. And if I'm perfectly honest, above Stone Cold, above The Rock, above Cena, I will genuinely and without a shadow of a doubt say that The Undertaker is probably the greatest wrestler that's ever graced a wrestling ring. I don't know anybody that's kind of had the kind of impact that he has had on the business. So yeah, it's all about The Undertaker. That's ridiculous. Did you just you can't take this guy seriously. Unbelievable.
He's gonna pull that arm out of the socket.
Another tie up there. The faces all look, I mean, yeah, okay, it's a little bit dated, but I mean, look, you can see the ring bouncing at least. That's pretty cool. And he's hurt me a little bit there. Then a nice hip toss. Single arm clothesline. Oh, that's how you run. Nice, look at that clothesline. Just sends him flying. Now we've got the crowd chanting my name. I think whilst they're chanting my name, my moves do more damage, so let's try and get some moves in here. Let's get a DDT going. I love a DDT. I love the way they just do that, like bounce on their head and kind of like just roll over onto their back. It's pretty cool. It's better than the other kind of DDT where they just land flat on their face and don't move. So I love that kind of like roll over DDT.
He's down. He's just a target now. You're the best there is, Brad.
Take that. Right in the kisser, pal. Ouch.
He grabs him.
Oh. Nice Northern Light suplex. Oh, look at the eye rake. Nice Samoan drop.
No, he
Let's
can't
get out of that. No. Putting the damage on me now. Hip toss. Can't even remember how to do that myself. Nice. Gotta love that clothesline. Samoan drop. Chanting for Canada. I always wanted to move to Canada. That was one of my dreams. Like, absolutely loved the idea of living in Canada. I've heard nothing but good things about Canada. I managed to sample some poutine when I was in Disney World when I went to Florida last year. I can't believe that's already been a year. Oh, look at that! Straight into a Stone Cold Stunner.
This is gonna be bad.
And that's got to be the win.
2, 3.
Nice. Nice authentic ring bell there, Mr. Mercury. Mr. Mercury wins by total blowout.
Never really had a chance.
So they just my name twice. Why not? He's just watching him get out of the ring by the looks of it. Now, it says in the instruction manual that it's supposed to automatically save. Oh, hello.
Piece of the trash of the World Wrestling Federation could never be the championship material that I am. If you think you've got what it takes to put the choke chain on the British Bulldog, then think again. When I get through with you, there better be enough of you to scrape off the floor when you feel the wrath of the Bulldog.
So apparently he was pissed when he recorded that. Not 100% sure if that's true, but yeah, I mean, he did look like he'd had one too many, to be honest with you. So it's going straight into a grudge match here. I think this is probably a good place quickly to leave it. I'll probably pause the game and we'll take it from there. Hopefully we can save and continue from where we left off after this match. So if you enjoyed this one, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks very much for watching.